What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with my all new review of the Belle Collective. So we start off with Tisha. Tisha is headed towards a spa day with Marie to get some positive energy, get her V steamed because she is not in a good place with Glenn and she wanted to have a nice day. Marie was like, "Girl, where is this? Where do you have me? I'm smelling herbs and spices." Yes, girl. Those are the herbs and spices for your V. Okay, you got to have a clean V, and these V steams be the best deal. Okay, they got personal ones that you can order online and do it in your own home, or you can go to a spa where they have those services. Listen, I want to do it because right now we need all that we can get to get ourselves a nice clean V, because sometimes Summer's Eve don't work. We got to go through other areas. All right, but I was wondering, Letitia, what is the purpose of you getting this V steam? Is you getting this V steam because you had sex with Glenn and you want to clean it out? Or is you cleaning yourself out for you to have sex with Glenn? Because a part of me, after y'all had that date where he begged you to go on one date with him, I believe you gave him some. You gave him some or you let him taste it. That's what I feel like. But anyway, so Marie says she's been celibate for a year and I don't know what you brought me here for. And Marie started to, get a little bit pleasure in this V steam. She started to have some orgasms and stuff. I said, Marie, it's been that long for real? So they both are happy that they're able to still get back on track of being friends after their argument, and for Marie to not go to any more of Letitia's brunches. So preparing for Marie's birthday, she's having a rebirth day. And she's inviting all of her friends and her family because there are some things that have caused a rebirth. All right. So, Letitia is telling her everything that Glenn has been doing to win her back. Okay. He has been acting so nice. He's been a complete gentleman. But girl, I don't know if he's being sincere. I don't know if this is a game. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been fooled so many times. You will not fool me again. But in my mind, I'm like, you know what, Letitia? You putting on. You acting. You putting on a show. Because I feel like you were already back with Glenn. You're just telling us that you still keeping him, punished. You're still punishing him. But you've already taken him back. It's okay if you did, sis. It's okay. Because I get confused when it comes to you, okay? Also, Marie, she went with Disneyland with Cedric. And I'm like, went with who? Disneyland. Y'all do have little kids together. Y'all do have a daughter. Okay, so this was like a cruise or an overnight trip at the Disneyland Resort or something. And Letitia wanted to know, was this same bed? Was it separate bed? What was it? All she kept on saying was, I'm celibate. And that's all I'm going to say is I'm celibate. Okay, Marie, if you gave him some, you gave him some. And it's okay if you did. But I don't think, you his type. But so she's saying that she does love Cedric, but he's a serial cheater. He's hurt me so much, and I left him because he's hurt me so much, and it hurt me to leave him because I could not put him first. All of what I didn't do was put him first because I was trying to build an empire. I was trying to build a foundation for our family. I'm traveling to all these different places, putting multiple locations for our clinics to make more money, and he wasn't being supportive of that. She gave him 12 years of her life. And he told her to her face that he is rotten to the core. After multiple chances that he has been giving, he couldn't do right by her. If he's telling you he is rotten to the core, girl, believe him. No matter what he's telling you. That's why I think Cedric only stuck around was because of the lifestyle. I mean, you already said that only in order for him to still be a parent to your daughter, you were going to pay him in a Rolex. This man was about the money. He was about the status. He wasn't about loving you. He stayed until you made the money. And apparently, he will give her so many sweet compliments and treat her like royalty. But when she's out in public, oh, he'll dog her out. Call hookers, prostitutes, meet up with all these different women, all these different stations, shit. Oh, yeah, you definitely got used. You definitely got used, sis. And you still took his ass back. After he apologized, probably giving you flowers, like you said, treat you like a queen when nobody was around. But when he wasn't in your presence, he still treats you like shit. So he went from sugar to shit in a matter of seconds. And I don't know why I gave him chances. Look at me. I'm a bad bitch. I will not allow you to mistreat me any longer. But it's so funny though how you've allowed 12 years of the mistreatment, Marie, to now want to say it. You a glutton for punishment. That's what it is. Moving on. Tambra. Tambra is at her parents' house for her and Damon to go over there to let them know what's going on in their relationship. And they have looked into options of having a baby. And she doesn't know she can try naturally. And there's a insemination procedure called the IUI where they insert eggs. But she does have scar tissue from her fibroid surgery. So everything that she could think of to have a baby is right there in front of her. She just has to find out which options is best for her. So once the approval from her family is given, they want her to do it the right way, which is with Damon. They love Damon. Now, Damon has been a part of her life on and off for 16 years, pretty much all through high school, college, and adult. So her family knows Damon. They love Damon like a son. And seeing how their relationship is blossoming at this point, and they want to know if it's for the right reasons and you're doing it the right way, that's the plan, right? Because she wants to follow in her parents' footsteps. Her parents got married in college. They didn't have anything. They built everything. So she wants to follow what they did. Marry the right way, have kids the right way. Now, in this time and in this age, there is no such way of doing it the right way. People have kids first and then marriage. People have kids first, no marriage. People have marriage but no kids. Like, there's all these other ways that works for them. You know what I'm saying? I understand that Tamara wants the traditional way. Get married first and then have children. And time is of the essence for her to have children. But if everything is such a terrifying time for her to even try, maybe just look into being married is what she should look forward to. You know what I'm saying? And also her grandmother. You know, her grandmother would have been proud of her right now. But her grandmother passed a year ago. And this was when she was going in for her fibroid surgery. She did not tell her grandmother. She did not want her grandmother to worry. And her recovery was longer than she thought it would be. And she did FaceTime her grandmother a lot, but her grandmother ended up passing away. So her grandmother's house is being sold, and she wanted to go by and see it one last time. But of course, it's going to be tough to go over there because that was her grandmother. She loved her grandmother so much, right? And just happy seeing how long her parents have been married. They're married for over 52 years. That's 50 years of marriage, okay? Now, I had that in my family. My grandparents, before my grandfather passed away, they were married for 50 years. And I want that relationship. I want it so bad. Um, that was it. Marie. She's meeting up with her business partner to discuss the 5 locations of the methadone clinic in another city in Mississippi. Cedric was aware of this clinic and he was looking into it as well. Essie don't want nothing to do with Cedric, okay? She gives him credit for being a great father, but like I said, gives him credit for being a great father, but he's a bit toxic and he needs to keep his distance away from Marie. That's what Essie's saying, okay? And wonder, is he trying to reconcile? No, we're just trying to move forward to have a healthy relationship, healthy co-parenting. So Essie also let her know that she met up with Latrice, right? They had a conversation about moving forward, and she did admit to the part that she played in when it came down to Marie's business being tainted or being tarnished or whatever. And Marie was like, what? She did? Oh my God, that is so much better. Oh my God, I'm ready to let it go now. I'm ready to let it go. It's so funny, but to me, I still feel like Marie, even if Latrice was in conversation with somebody who was out to spray you, that was gonna happen anyway. Anybody else has come out to speak about how you behaved your first season. Everybody was coming out saying how you were doing. Everybody was coming out with accusations or rumors about your business. Not just Latrice. So the fact that you're now in a place where, oh my God, okay, I'm letting it go. I'm moving forward. Fine, Marie. And she still feels a way towards Latrice, even though she admitted her fault. She don't rock with her. She don't trust her. That could be said about you, Marie. Latrice already clocked you when you came in automatically tarnishing her brand and her hair in the first season. So she has no reason to trust you either. Like, I really don't like the fact that Marie feels like everything has been done to her, but she doesn't know what she done to other people. Fine. Health wise, she's doing better. Apparently, she hasn't been taking her pain medication for her lupus, her narcotic pain medication. It's been over 5 days, and she's healing, which is another thing to celebrate for her birthday. Um, Latrice was also invited to the birthday by Etsy. Etsy, you really have the ability to speak on whoever comes to Marie's party, don't you? Like you thought that was enough of a olive branch to do after you went and had a conversation. You forgiven her, she's forgiven her. Now it's like let's move on and invite you to other places. Okay, Etsy. Saying how they could be cordial, they can coexist. Sure. Akeisha. Akeisha had a birthday party that Tambra missed, but she's coming over to meet the kids for the first time, and she brings a gift. As soon as Akeisha opens the door, her baby starts screaming when Tambra started laughing. And you know how Tambra has a very loud voice, a very enunciating, very loud voice. Her baby starts screaming. I was like, oh, Tambra, inside voice, please. Um, she thought that she shouldn't be able to come because she didn't have any children. It was awkward for her to come. She said, girl, it's okay because apparently while you didn't come, nobody else came. It flashed back to her at like a little bouncy house. Her cousin was there. She said she invited Marie. Marie said she's going to bring her grandchildren. Letitia has a child as well, a son. But nobody brought anybody. Nobody was there. And to find out that nobody came to Akeisha's birthday party and she was also invited to Marie's birthday, she's not going to mention it. It's not her place. A part of me is kind of like, well, I thought it would have been like an olive branch of Akeisha to invite Letitia and Marie because she don't have a problem with Marie, but she's only looking at Marie based off of the energy that Marie gave at her brunch. And Letitia, they are starting to develop a working relationship. Maybe they can become cordial. Maybe they can, be invited to other places. But I guess they're still salty about how she came at Letitia's brunch. But I'm also feeling like Letitia, at the end of the day, while Lakeisha's energy might have been uppity, might have been entitlement, might have think she's above everybody, you need to represent yourself too. You did not hold yourself in a higher standing of your brunch when you argue with Marie in the men's restroom. Remember that. So she also told her about when her and Letitia met up to talk about Fair Street. We also had a conversation about you, and I felt that Letitia wanted to pump me for information. What you mean? Well, she wanted to know how much I know about you and Damon, and that she made it seem as if that there was a girl in that time frame, in that time when you and Damon weren't together or something, because she know of a girl who had an emotional connection with him or something. And she's like, "What?" Yeah, she made it seem as if there was something going on between her and this man when you guys weren't together or you guys are together. I don't know. And having that type of insinuation is not good. And she has spoken to Letitia, but not about that. So all this time, after you having a recent conversation with her, she never mentioned this. No, she hasn't. But she wanted to ask me about it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that either. So finding out that Letitia wanted to get information from Akeisha about her and Damon, that's a whole different ballpark that I don't think I want to go into. Like I don't have any idea what's that about. Like why are you trying to find out about my relationship? And I'm not mad that Akeisha told her because that was weird. Even though their conversation got weird anyway, but the way that Letitia wanted information about her and Damon, it was like you still haven't taken this time out to tell your friend what you heard from your other friend. And you pumping everybody else but telling your friend what you heard. Letitia, you not doing it right. You not being a friend to Tambra. We're gonna find out later. Marie. Marie has a celebratory birthday, and her Essie comes in. It's all for Marie. Marie is in a new space in her life. She deserves a day. Letitia loves the decor. The it's overlooking the water. Tambra comes in, all about Marie. Okay, she is perturbed about what happened, but she does appreciate Akeisha for telling her what Letitia said. But this is not a good day to bring it up. This is about Marie. Sophia comes in and she's shading everything already. She's shading the colors. Why is black and gold representing as a rebirth? I agree with that. A rebirth usually means is, pure, is white, is starting all over. And then she made a compliment about the picture. Marie's picture in this frame, it looks like a graduation frame where people write, congratulations all around it and stuff, like an elementary frame or something. I wasn't mad at that shade because it looked bland as well. But I'm like, this is the second time you come to somebody else's shindig, Sophia, and you shading somebody. We got on Keisha, and now nobody's saying nothing to you because we haven't gotten a one on one with you though. We haven't gotten into your life yet, and you shaded other people. Okay, I'm just saying your shade was necessary. Your shade was funny, but it's like, girl, when you gonna have an event that we gonna clown you about? I'm just saying. Like, you might want to go ahead and retry this rebirthday. Huh. Marie comes in looking nice in this glittery matching jumpsuit with her mother. This is a celebratory event about how everything was meant to destroy her, but she came out on top. Her mother was proud of her. Her mother was also proud of the opioid clinic. People be losing their minds over that dope. And her mother admitted, I was losing my mind over that dope. I need help. Baby, can you give me some help? And they hugged and everything. Like having her mother, reached out for help. And when you're in the space of helping people, you do that. And then Marie's talking about this speech of, when people are in your life and they're meant to hurt you, you let them go. Even if you don't get an apology, you still move forward and let it go. If you see that their apology isn't sincere, you let it go and move on. Oh, Marie got a new attitude now because the only apology that she's been wanting has been from Latrice, and now she is a queen of letting things go. She's not holding no more grudges. Sure, Marie. Sure. Latrice walks in. Everybody is shocked that for one she's here, and that Marie and Latrice are actually having a nice moment. They all squealing and laughing. Oh my god, girl, hi! Oh my god, let me look at the outfit. Twirl, twirl. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hey. Everybody was like, "What did we miss?" The last time you guys were in the same room, it did not end well. So, how many conversations did we miss for you guys to now be on good notes? They buried the hatchet and they're over it. So she continues on with, as women, we cry, we laugh, we joke, we give each other hard times, but we are women and we support one another. After that, Cedric walks in. Hey, Mr. Cedric. Everybody was surprised to see him, even Latrice, because her and Latrice were getting into it about Cedric, and you never know what goes on in Marie's mind. So Marie and Cedric have not spoken to each other in over a year because she was dealing with the pain of him cheating, putting himself out there as, you are a cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. And she could not move forward with infidelity. She left, and she didn't want to hear nothing that he had to say. There was no justifying his actions. There was no explaining his actions. She did not give him a chance to voice the reason why he did the things that he did. But she got mad at herself for not giving him that space. And Tisha's getting emotional because she knows what infidelities can do to families, and she does not have the strength to move forward with Glenn right now. Tisha, I don't know about that. I feel like you moving forward, you're just telling us that you don't have the strength right now. Then talking about how she gets through the day with lupus. She does, go through a lot of pain, and she has to take 3 narcotic pills a day. But Cedric spoke to her about another pain management therapy called PMF. So it's like a shock therapy. They hook her up with these wires on her back. Electro waves suppress the pain that she's feeling. She's been doing it, and she has not taken any narcotic pain medication in over a week. So that is a blessing, I guess. Sophia is like, okay, so Marie's husband took her to some type of magic pill, magic potion to work on her back, and I guess it worked. I guess she's Jesus now. God, Sophia, please stop with the shade. I can't. Because she gave credit to Cedric that he saved her life or something. I'm like, he sent you another pain medication or another pain therapy. That's the least he can do in order for him to be, helping you out, because you hold everything. You are literally doing everything by yourself, and he's not helping you with nothing. The least he could do is figure out a way for you to not be in so much pain. So I get that part. Um, I don't know what's going on with Letitia, but she is over the moon, crying and happy. I'm like, what are you happy about? Then of course, like I said, she appreciates him for saving her life. Okay. Then Cedric starts to sing, "Happy birthday to you." I'm like, okay. And then I think Essie called him Seti Jackson or something. After getting serenaded, because Marie was just like completely swoon over him singing. I was like, this is what you liked about him, huh? Okay. Everybody was wondering, is this a step for reconciliation? No. Why are y'all wondering why? Like, this is, it don't make no sense to me. Marie has said it more than once. Cedric is a serial cheater. After one song, you think that's supposed to be a step for reconciliation? I don't think so. And she said, no, we're just happy. We're able to communicate, building a friendship and co parenting. Essie is pretty much like, yeah, that's not going to happen over here, Captain. She's grateful that he introduced her to a pain management therapy, but you don't need to be together. I still think he's toxic. Essie said what she said. Okay? She's not accepting that. He is not welcome back here. After all that serenading, he's just happy that you could still call me a friend. He loves her, wish her his happy birthday. He walks off. And Essie's in the background calling him, thank you, Mr. Absent. Because that's what he normally does. You know what I'm saying? He's all talk, no action. He's a smooth charmer who doesn't keep up with what he's doing, which is the work. All he does is give her sweet nothings, tell her what she wants to hear. After she boosted him up of telling him that he saved her life, he gave her a song and he walked away. Which means this man doesn't want to be with Essie. I mean Marie, he don't want to be with her. He just wants to still be in her good graces so he can still fund the lifestyle. That's what it is. Anyway, so then we're talking about the conversation that Tisha had with Akeisha. She said that Akeisha feels a way that none of y'all, including myself, did not attend her son's birthday party. Marie had a prior engagement, she didn't go. Letitia lied and say her hamster died. Girl, bye. Sophia and her husband, they had a prior engagement as well, but even if she didn't, she felt the way towards Akeisha's energy. She thought it was corny at the brunch. I didn't find Akeisha's energy corny, a little bit much, but her reasoning of having a dirty plate and Letitia leaving her brunch to argue with Marie, yeah, that's a bit of a red flag for me. Then Letitia talks about how Akeisha called them ugly. I'm like, what? What should we call who ugly? So the producers asked Tambra, have Akeisha have talked shit about any other of the girls to you? Tambra didn't say anything. She ends up smiling, and it's like she must have said something. But I feel like it's no different than what Marie said. It's no different than what Letitia said. Everybody has talked shit about somebody, right? But maybe it's what Akeisha said. If you haven't said it on camera, what have she said? Because saying ugly is a bit of a strong word. Would she say your energy is ugly? Would you say your spirit is ugly? I don't think she meant your looks. And I don't believe we're going across the whole colorist mindset of because Akeisha is light skinned with light eyes that she thinks she's better than these chocolate skin tone women. I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that at all. So Letitia said, I only rock with people that I'm aligned with, especially when it comes to our passion and what we believe in. I don't deal with people who thinks they're better than everybody, who thinks they're above, you're beneath. I don't believe in that. Like she talking about a dirty plate. She came with dirty knives. I gave her a seat at the table. Well, Letitia, actually, you know what? Wait, before I say that. When she's saying all of that about how Akeisha looks down upon people, girl, you're not welcome in my space with that energy. She told Tambra, you could tell her exactly how I say it and honestly as I said it. I'm like, wait a minute, Letitia. If you're feeling that Akeisha's energy was that bad about how you view her as a person, then what are you doing with Ferris Street then? You're going to suck it up and deal with her because she has what you don't have. She has the connections. She has the resources of what you don't have. If you feel that Akeisha is not the type of person you want to be around because of her energy, then don't do business with her. But you're not going to do that though. Because you want Ferris Street off the ground and you need other people's money because you don't have it, right? Like, I don't like that. I don't like how Letitia is still coming at Akeisha like that, as if Letitia, your energy is not the same. Like, are you kidding me? I don't like that. It's so now it's making it seem as if Keisha's coming down on other people, how she has a dirty mouth compared to having a dirty plate. Again, Letitia, I said it before. Your brunch are a representation of your brand, right? Because we don't know what else you do. You have these brunches. If someone comes to your brunch to navigate, to network, and the service is terrible, the food is dirty, the food is burnt, The plates are dirty, the knives are dirty, and then my host ends up leaving to argue with another woman in a men's bathroom, I'm gonna be like, does she not have her shit together? Does she not have her business intact? I'm not gonna want to do business with somebody who has business represented like this. No. And Marie has no problems with her, but she says she comes off as a slick, shady person. To me, Marie, you're jealous. Anybody who has just the same amount of success as you or more, you feel intimidated by it. You can miss me. And Letitia, you're a hater. You're a hater of what Akeisha has that you don't. Moving on. So after all of that, Letitia decided to use Marie's event to take Tamara to the side to talk about Damon, right? Because she said, my friend Taisha came over and expressed to me that her and Damon have had some type of emotional connection. I don't know the relationship. I'm worried, and I want to know what's going on in your personal life. What's up with you? You telling us about this marriage, this baby, like, but I want you to know what your man is up to or what you don't think that your man is up to. And saying how she can't defend her if she's not being honest about the situation. I'm like, Letitia, honest about what? What's so funny to me though is you're doing the exact same thing that you did to Tamra the first time when you were at Latrice's high tea and you were asking her questions about her man, but you weren't asking her about wondering, what's next. You were questioning her. You were interrogating her on what you just found out and wanted to know if she knows about it, but you're not saying it. Like you're coming at her with information that you haven't said, and you're doing the same exact thing, telling her you can't defend her. Defend her against what? If Tamara said it before, we're moving forward and having babies, we're moving forward and being married, then what is it that I'm missing, Letitia? To me, you're giving misery loves company. She said it's kind of funny because we were all cool friends, and when she would call him, he would put her on speakerphone. I've never heard any inappropriate conversations. And I know it's been more than 8 months that they have seen each other and spoken to each other. So her decorator friend and Damon, all of them were good friends, right? The last time they spoke or had a falling out, she sent him a long text message. Don't know what that text message was about, but he showed her the text message and she scrolled back even further. You know what I'm saying? I'm going back further and further and further, and I have not seen not one inappropriate conversation. Now, I want you to look at the time and the dates of those messages. Is there any time lapse? Is there any gaps? Could there have been a deleted message? You never know, right? I'm just saying. So Tambra is standing on the fact that that is my man. He does not have any relationship with her, connection, physical or otherwise. Okay. And the next time you want to come with me about receipts, bring me some. Okay. Show me actual paperwork. Show me a phone log or something. And I've seen text messages from both ends, and I feel like the conversation or the emotional connection she's having is by herself. Now, we don't know what could have happened. We don't know how long it's been. Could this have been a time where Tambra and Damon were not together? Could this have been a trying time? I don't know. If it did not lead to what she thought it would have been, it could have been something that he probably didn't even think it was serious to say anything about. So she's saying to Letitia, so this is what Akeisha was talking about for what you said. And Letitia said, what did she say that I said? What that you were talking about if they had a relationship right now or something? No, I don't know if it's right now. I don't know that. But Letitia's point is she hasn't seen Damon in group settings. He's not around. And she said, we just got back together. We got to get reacquainted with each other before I start bringing him around my friends. So that's not how I roll. I'm not about to jump in a relationship with a man that I've been on and off with for over 10 years to now bring him around my friends. No. We have to get reacquainted first. We have to, figure out where we at right now before I start bringing him around y'all. Because I'm pretty sure when they were not together, they all had depth in different forms in their life, different friends, different relationships. Because how long have Letitia and Tambra been friends? So I'm pretty sure she's pretty much, waiting her time to bring him around. I mean, we're seeing him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she's not ready to introduce him to y'all yet. And y'all shouldn't worry about that, especially you, Letitia. Because we're just now meeting your friend Taisha. And she's coming out with how she had a relationship with Damon. And we don't know when that was. So the way Letitia was asking her questions, to me, Letitia was not being honest about her motive of holding this information from Tambra. Because she said when she spoke to her, she wanted to tell her know what was going on. And when I told Akeisha, I wanted to get her information as well before I come with you with information that I know is not true. But if But that's exactly what Tamra said. If Akeisha told me that you asked her that, and we've had conversations since then it must not have been that important for you to tell me. And for me, Letitia is playing a game. If it was eating you up inside that you had to tell Tamra this information, you should have used all the time you had to tell her, but you didn't. You waited until Akeisha told you things, Tamra told you things, and you playing in your mind how you wanted to set this up, and this is what you did. If this was so important to you, and Tamra is such a good friend to you, you would have told her as soon as you found out, but you didn't. You kept it up, you kept building it up and building it up. So I'm like, Letitia, you never meant to tell her in a way you wanted to anyway. You wanted to play a game. You wanted to ease her in to bust her with, girl, your man ain't not faithful. Your man is out here cheating with my friend. So I wrote, I'm not sensing that Letitia is being a friend to someone. I'm sensing someone who's been hurt so many times that this woman cannot see any positivity, any, silver lining in other people's relationships because she wants to just bust somebody's bubble. But yet she is so interested in seeing if Marie and Cedric will get back together. That don't make no sense to me as well. And then just like, girl, so what's next? You still see yourself having children with this man? What do you want? She said, I want to have a baby. I want to be married, but I don't want to be nobody's baby mama. But time is not on my side. You know what I'm saying? The clock is ticking. My options are laid out in front of me, and my doctor is like, girl, what you gonna do now? So she's hopeful that Jamon will step up and propose to her because she's not about to be somebody's baby mama. And I guess that's not what Tisha wanted to hear. Like, I don't know what Tisha expected for Tambra to do with this information because she found out that this wasn't information. You did not show me any receipts. You didn't show me a phone log. You didn't show me a conversation you had with her. You didn't show me nothing. You just told me that this woman had an emotional connection with Damon. I was there when this happened, and I didn't see anything wrong. I didn't see anything inappropriate. I didn't see no red flags. So what you told me was nothing. So basically, he's like, girl, I don't know what you want to say. I'm moving on with my relationship. That's what I'm doing. And if you want to support me, support me. So Letitia feels like that Tamara's in denial and that Taisha will not lie to her. She is her very longtime friend, and she does not believe what Tamara is selling. I don't believe what you're selling, Letitia, because Taisha could have been, fumbling. She could have been fibbing a little bit about what she thought her relationship with Damon was. Maybe she thought it meant something, and Damon never gave her the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? Men never pick up cues when a girl likes them. You know what I'm saying? We never know. It could be just their personality, and they could be just like, oh, it's something more than that, but it's never a conversation. We don't know. It could be, it was already a crack on Taisha's face when she seen Jamon and Tamra out in public. That let her know where she stood. She wasn't someone of importance. I don't know, but we need to find out more about this. So Tambra is at her grandmother's house before it gets sold, and it's hard for her to be there. It's just looking at all the memories and the videos she has of her. And Damon comes over. He has memories of being in the house as well because her family is like an extension to him. He loved everything about her family. And he did get a chance to meet the grandmother, but not the grandfather. He believed that he was a great man, and he was. So I just love the fact that Damon and Tambra literally grew up with each other. You know what I'm saying? That her family took him in as their own. And he had a close relationship with her grandmother too. Her grandmother called him at midnight to just talk for hours about childhood and memories and stuff like that. And he had to go to work at 4. And her grandmother was 99 years old. She lived a great life, okay? That is a blessing all the way, okay? So he wanted to know, what's up? We're going to keep up with the legacy? So what are your plans moving forward and having children? Well, considering the fact that we want to do things right and get married and what my options are when it comes to my uterus, I believe that maybe we should put the baby making on hold. You know what I'm saying? Until we get everything in line first. Which I kind of figure because she doesn't have a lot of options and she doesn't have a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? She's well in her 40s and she has fibroids. So her chance of having children are very slim to none. Maybe adoption or surrogacy, I don't know. But unless, there are those types of people that they want to have children naturally, their own children, who knows? I don't know how that's going to work. But baby planning is put on hold, right? But she wants to get married first. That's the one thing she will not let go of is getting married first. That's the plan. So after that, she brought the conversation about Taisha, the decorator friend, and that Letitia told me that you and her had some type of emotional connection going on. He said, for real? Yes. So in the confessional, the producers asked him, so what's going on with you and Taisha? He said, you laughing about it? Because you laughing about it. I'm not laughing. We're going to move on from that. I'm not answering that. His energy gave me two things. Either he did not find it funny that they were asking him that when he's trying to move forward in a serious commitment to Tambra, or could it's been something that he probably thought he ended and did not think it would come up on camera, and that's why he's frustrated. But we're gonna find out more about it, because I feel like Damon does love Tambra and does want to be in a committed relationship with her. But if he did do something when they were not together, then he does need to clear it up before they do move forward. That's all I'm saying. But y'all, that's it. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for next video. I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.